I now turn to Senator Kennedy, ranking member of the Court Subcommittee, for his opening statement. Senator Kennedy.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thanks to all our panelists today.
Thanks.
With respect, I don't agree with the way our esteemed chairman has characterized this hearing today. He refers to the Trump v. U.S. opinion, a 6-3 opinion, by the way, of the United States Supreme Court, as, quote, when the president does it, that means it's not illegal, end quote. I do not believe that that is a fair reading of the opinion. And frankly, I don't understand how anyone who's read the opinion, which I reread this weekend, it's only about 90 or so pages, could reach that conclusion. I know many people look at this opinion, and it is their right. This is America. We can believe what we want. I know many people look at this opinion through the lens of former President Trump and whether they like him or dislike him. The court, in its opinion, was very careful to point out that its opinion, more than anything else, was about the institution of the presidency. The institution of the presidency. The opinion is not just about the litigants in front of the court. It's about future presidents and future Americas. That's point one. Point two. It is inaccurate to say, under Trump v. U.S., that a president of the United States has absolute immunity to do anything that he or she wants. That's just not accurate. For example, the court is very clear in saying that a president does not have criminal immunity, including but not limited to a former president, for unofficial private acts. That's clear. I don't see anybody can argue with that. Number two, the court does say that a president, whoever that president might be, does have absolute immunity for acts performed pursuant to his or her core responsibilities. Responsibilities given exclusively to a president by virtue of the Constitution. But there's a third category, which I would suggest will include most acts by a president. Those are acts taken pursuant to a president's authority, but authority that is also shared with the United States Congress. And the court does not say that a president cannot be prosecuted criminally for those acts. It does not. It does say that if a prosecutor, the prosecution, if it wants to prosecute a former president for that layer or category of acts, the burden of proof is on the prosecutor. Well, duh, the burden of proof is always on the prosecutor. You can call it presumptive immunity, but the burden of proof is always on the state. And the state has to prove that the president's prosecution for that middle layer of acts would not impinge, I think the words would pose no, quote, no danger of intrusion on the authority and function of the executive branch. Now that's hardly absolute immunity. And I'm looking forward to our panel today to enlighten us on this subject. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.